Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Time. Today we're working on the letter H. H for house. So get out all your craft supplies and your templates and let's get started. Let's take a look at what we need to do this week's craft. In front of me I have the letter capital H template, as well as a piece of construction paper, and then 3 other same size pieces of construction paper in the colors yellow, blue, and red, and then a smaller piece of green paper. If you don't have these colors, remember you can use regular white paper and just color it a different color. So what we're going to start with is our letter H. I'm going to go ahead and grab a red crayon. Let's start coloring in our letter H. The reason I'm using red is because I'm going to be making bricks out of my red paper to fill my house with red bricks. Now, if you'd prefer to use the blue or the yellow or another color, that's cool too. Pick the color that you're going to be doing and then pick the color crayon or marker that will match your paper. Nicely done. Now I'm going to go in with my scissors, and you guessed it, let's cut out our letter H. I want to make sure that our fingers are out of the way, and we go as slowly as we need to. Do the outsides first, and then I'll come back in here and cut this out. And there you go. So there is my H. You'll notice your H is a little bit different in size on the top versus the bottom. So if you notice, you'll see that that side's a little bit less, so I'm going to have it face this way. It's not a big deal, something I just noticed. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue, my light blue, and I'm going to look at where I want to put my H for my house. I think I'm going to put it closer to the bottom because I want to put a roof at the top, a triangle at the top. So let's go ahead and grab our glue, flip over our H to the wrong side, and then just go around and put just enough glue that it sticks. Flip it over. I'll leave a little bit from the bottom for grass. So that feels good to me. Smooth out the paper, just like so. I can go back on in as usual and just put a little bit more glue to the bits that didn't stick, but that looks good. Next thing I'm going to do, I think my red bricks are going to look fantastic. So I'm going to take my paper and measure by my eye. So if I put my paper on top of my H and line up the H, I see that there's about this much width. Let me just take a little piece of paper and crayon and show you. So to about there, right? So then I'm just going to cut that in a straight line. Like so. Then I'm going to take this piece and cut this piece in half, right down the middle. Then I'm going to take these pieces, and you'll notice they're not the same. It's okay. We're just going to create little bricks. I'm not going to make mine the same. They're going to be a little bit different, and that is okay. We're just going to play with it. So that is my first little grouping. So let's go ahead and put on the bricks. I'm going to show you how to do it before we start and do it on our own. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue like that, and I'm going to put one brick like so, and I'm going to take a smaller one and put it there. So I leave a little gap in between if I can, all the way down. And you could also do kind of like a crisscross like this, And then let's see, do I have a smaller piece already? I do, right there. Perfect. Go over here. And then again. You do whatever feels good to you. If you just want to do a one on top of the other pattern, that's fine. Or you could do a brick laying pattern just like this. So let's go ahead and do that and then check back when we're done. Now that we've attached all of our bricks to our house, let's go ahead and take a black marker and let's draw lines in each of the squares so they look more like bricks. So I'm just going to go in and you can do the same. It's just a little added detail, but I think it looks really nice when we take our time and add little things like this. Wonderful. Let's do all of these. Now that we've outlined our bricks, let's go ahead and grab another color. I like the idea of having a blue roof, so I'm just going to go and cut a section of my blue paper, and then I'm going to go up here and see how much room I need. Perhaps that's a little bit too much. I'm going to go on in and cut another section off. That's more like it. Now what I want to do is I want to create a triangle. So the easiest way for me to do this is to take my paper, fold it in half, and already I can see that my lines don't match up, but that's okay because now I'm just going to go from this corner to that corner, like so. Is it straight? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's make it a little more straight together. There we go, perfect. I'm going to put this to the side, I'm going to bring this back, and when I open it up, I have a triangle. So let's go ahead and put some glue on our paper in a triangle, just like that. And then I can go back in and put it nicely on to fit our roof. Lovely. Now what I'd like to do is add some windows as well as a door. So I know that I do not need this entire piece of paper. So I'm going to take a section of it. And I want to fill a door in right here. So I can see that I only need that much room. And take my eyes and my scissors and kind of make a guess and play with it until it fits. And luckily, mine fits. So let's take our glue again. Let's put a little bit of glue right here and fit our door in. Do we want to make our door a little bit fancy? I know that I do. So I'm going to add a window to my door. And I'm also going to add a doorknob, of course. And maybe my door has a little thing at the bottom like that. That feels good to me. I'm going to add some windows, and I'm going to use my yellow paper as well because I have it here and I don't want to waste anything. So maybe that feels good. Maybe I want it a little bit smaller. This is where you can play with your scissors and your paper until you see something that feels good for you. So I'm going to take mine. That feels nice. I'm going to put it right over this brick. I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to create a little window. And maybe mine will have some curtains, like that. Very nice. And then we'll do it one more time. I'm sure there's a lot more windows in a house, but I think that I'm just going to use this piece of paper and see what feels good. So once again, take my glue and just put it on the piece, and then maybe take this piece over here and put it over here like this. Take my marker again, and I'm just going to create a window frame. Maybe this one will just go like this, and then another one. You can do whatever you like. Maybe I want to put blinds at the top of this one, Maybe my window looks like that. Whatever you decide is perfect. Now I want to add some sun. I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to create a semicircle, a half circle, like so. You can play with it until it looks good to you. And then when I open it up, there you go. That's going to be my sunshine. Now I like to play with it a little more because I don't love that shape. And this is where we just work with our scissors. Oh, that feels much better to me. I'm going to take my glue and just glue it on. And of course, I'm going to put a happy face on it because today is a great day. Wonderful. Love it. The next thing I want to do is take my green paper and we are going to create some grass together. So I'm just going to take a little section of it like so. Doesn't matter if it's straight because it's grass. I'm going to fold it in half and then I'm just going to cut a section of it like so. Snippity snip, not anywhere near your fingers. Taking your time. Almost done. We'll go all the way to the end. And then when we open it up, we've saved ourselves a little bit of work. And we'll put it on like that. So let's grab our glue again. Put it on like that. That looks really good. And then I'm going to scrunchie just like grass. I love this effect. I like how it pops from my page. Now I don't know about your house, but I like the idea of having trees. So I'm just going to go in with my brown marker and I'm going to create some trees. So you go ahead right now and you create whatever you'd like to have on your property. Just like so. I think I'm going to use my green again. And I'm just going to have the piece come off of the paper. So let's just do whatever feels good. Maybe like a little bubbly shape of a tree. And you can play with this. You might want to do individual leaves. You might just want to use your crayons too. But I like how it pops off my page just a little bit. Nothing has to be perfectly inside of anything. I just want to have fun today. That feels good. I'm going to do another tree. Maybe this tree will be the same for you, or maybe it'll be a little bit different. Whatever you decide is just fine. Oh, I like that. I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to cut it this way, and I'm going to go around the same way, lots of bubbly shapes. I'm going to go like this, and that one's going to go just like that. Very nice. Let's glue it on. That looks super cool. You might even add a chimney with some smoke coming out. That feels great. Maybe I'll have some clouds too. And a bird or two. And right here, even though this is a letter H, I'm going to write in the letter H. So the capital H and the lowercase h for house. And I really love how this has worked out. You can go in and add whatever additional things you like. Maybe you will have a person in your house. Maybe someone's looking out the window. Maybe you'll have a pet. Maybe there'll be a neighbor or a fence or hills in the background. Whatever you decide for your craft today is perfectly wonderful. And there you have it. That's an awesome house. I like how it turned out. I had a lot of fun with you today, and I hope you had fun too. Send me photos. I'll see you next time.